Hey everyone. So it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. Been up doing homework again. I don't even know. People don't understand how hard it is for me, and don't understand why I'm tired all the time. They don't understand why I'm exhausted and why I can't get homework done. They just don't get it. Well, part of it is things like tonight. So I'm just going to read backwards because I'm on like a front facing. 12:51 in the morning. 2:10. $4:37 in the morning. 2:90. She had a track meet tonight. Well, I guess it's considered like yesterday. Didn't check herself at all while she was at that track meet. Luckily, she wasn't too high because, the 2:10 was when she got home from the track meet. Well, about 2 hours after the track meet, because it took me 2 hours to get her to check herself. 2 hours. I asked to see her meter the moment she walked in the door tonight. And it took 2 hours for her to get her meter and let me see it. Actually, no, it took longer than that because she got home. Yeah, it was about 2 hours. 2 hours of me nagging and nagging and nagging for a meter because I never know where she has the meter at. Luckily, she wasn't like, she's higher, but she wasn't drastically high because she had just ran. She had just ran like 1.5 miles, full force in her track meet. So that adrenaline kept her levels going down. And then, that 1 a.m. check, I had to fight her to take insulin. And then just now, I went to go check her about 4:20? No, 4:15. And she fought me. And she fought me. And she fought me. And cursed at me. And put her hands underneath her chest, laying on her stomach so I could not get a finger to check her. This is all the time. All the time. And I'm sitting there telling her, I love you, I care about you, this is why I have to check you in the middle of the night all the time, because I care. And I'm like, you treat me like crap when I'm the one person that cares. Why does she treat me like this when I'm the only person that cares enough to push her to make sure that she stays alive? Her dad was at that track meet with her. He didn't tell her to check herself. He didn't ask to see her meter to make sure that she checked herself. He didn't demand that she take insulin in front of him. He gave her $10 for food and not once asked what her level was before she ate anything that he gave her money to buy. I don't understand why. I am the one that cares and fights to keep my child alive. And I am the one that gets treated like trash. And then people ask me why I'm stressed and why I'm tired all the time. This is why. Diabetic parents don't get to sleep for more than 4 hours at a time because we have to wake up in the middle of the night and make sure that this works. This isn't even her meter that she uses. This meter is one that I had to go buy in the middle of the night. What day was it? Sunday? Sunday night? I left my home at midnight. Took my 1-year-old baby with me at midnight to drive 30 minutes away to go to a Walmart that was open because ours was closed to get her a meter because she wasn't able to check herself on hers because she ran out of test strips. She didn't tell me she was running out. She didn't tell me she needed more. She's 13. She needs to let me know when she's about out. But she didn't. So, spent $10, $15 in gas driving to go get her a meter. They didn't have her test strips because you have to get them at the pharmacy, so all I could get is the cheap Walmart brand meter and the test strips that they had over the counter. And she wouldn't even check herself. That's like a huge slap in the face to me, saying, I don't care that you spent your money that you really don't have to spend because I don't have a job. I'm living off of student loans that I'm going to have to pay back with interest. She's basically, I don't care. I don't care that you're spending money that you really don't need to spend getting a meter. I'm just not going to check myself. I don't care. This is why I'm exhausted, because I just spent the last 30, 45 minutes arguing with my 13-year-old daughter about her not caring to keep herself alive. And it's so frustrating that she doesn't understand. And it's so frustrating that so many other people don't understand why I'm exhausted and why I get so furious when people attack me because I'm tired during the day and I say I don't have enough time to get homework done. I fight her. It's not just in the middle of the night. It is every single mealtime. I fight her. A 45-minute to hour and a half long battle to get her to check herself. Sometimes she'll do it willingly, but generally she doesn't, and I have to nag and nag and nag. I can't sit here with textbooks, and I can't sit here and watch videos and focus on taking notes for school if I have to nag at her all the time. And then by then my blood is boiling because I'm so furious that my child won't care about her life, that by the time she does check, like, my blood pressure is so high, there's no way I can sit down and focus. So I have to do something to get my blood pressure down, so I'm at a point where I can actually focus about what I'm reading and what my assignment is. So that's why I don't get homework done. And I'm so tired of people lashing out at me about, oh, it's so easy. I could do it. I could do it. I have one child. I have one child to take care of. Or I have 2 kids to take care of. Honey, I got 5. 3 of them in my home. A toddler home with me 24/7. I have no man in the picture to help with her. I have no child support to help with her. It is solely on me to take care of that child. Then I have these two teenagers that want to be disrespectful, disobedient, rebellious. I have a CPS case right now. 4th CPS case in 1 year. 4th one in 1 year, because people like to call CPS because they just don't understand the dynamic of what I have to deal with being a mother to a diabetic child and a mother to a 15-year-old boy that is severely depressed, that thinks he should be an adult and do whatever he wants to do but not have to have a job to pay for it and support himself. People don't get it. So let me put this message out here. A couple different messages. If you know someone that is a parent to a child that is diabetic, don't lecture them. Go help them. Go help them. Offer to learn how to take care of their kid, especially if their kid is like younger. If their kid is younger, like I have my aunt who is 6 years older than me, and she has, I think they're like 4 now. She has 4-year-old twins and 2 older girls, also a little bit younger than my daughter. She can't go anywhere because one of her sons is diabetic and he's 4. No one wants to watch him. So if you know someone that is diabetic, that's what you can do. Raise your hand and say, hey, I'm here to help. I bet y'all haven't had a date night in forever. Here, I want to learn. Teach me how to take care of your child. Teach me what I need to know to take care of his diabetes. I may be scared, but you know what? I care about you more than I care about my fear of learning what it's like to have a diabetic child. So teach me. That way you can have a chance to get a break. Like me, I would love to be able to get a break. Luckily, she goes to her dad's. But guess what? When she goes there, her diabetes is not being taken care of. So that's not a break, because I'm sitting at home worrying about her when she's at her dad's house. Stressing about her, debating, do I send him a message and start this fight where he thinks that I'm saying he's incompetent and can't handle stuff, or do I leave it alone? Well, she's 13. She should be able to do it on herself. Yes, she should be able to do it on herself, but she doesn't. She doesn't. Typically, she doesn't. So, yeah. If you know someone that has a diabetic child, offer to help. Offer to learn how to help. Ask them what they need. You know what they may need? They just may need you to go and help fold laundry, or do some dishes, or go cook them a dinner. And if you're going to cook them a dinner, count the carbs per serving. That way they don't have to sit there and try to figure out what it is that you put in that dinner. And for the love of my sanity, if one more person comes up to me and tells me to put my 13-year-old daughter, who is 5 feet tall and weighs 106 pounds, to put her on a diet because she is diabetic, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, diabetes, type 1 diabetes, has nothing to do with your diet. Nothing at all. My daughter can go to a birthday party and eat a gigantic slice of cake with a big scoop of ice cream, go chow down on some cookies at their cookie bar, go take a goodie bag full of candy, and guess what? That is perfectly fine for her to eat. She is not overweight. She is not obese. She actually is a little underweight. She can eat all that. All she has to do is take the medicine for it, though. And that's the problem I have. She eats a bunch of junk, which is totally fine because I'm not worried about her being on a diet. But she doesn't take medicine for it. And then her levels end up high. Speaking of that, if you ever in any of my videos hear me refer to my daughter being high, I am referring to her diabetic level being high, not her smoking marijuana high. Just thought I should throw that out there, and I will tell y'all what I mean. Like this right now, 9:37 at night on the 26th. It actually says high, so when I say high, this is what I'm referring to. So yeah, I just, it's so frustrating to care so much about your kid and your kid not care. And it's so frustrating for other people to pass judgment on you when they don't see what your life is like being the parent to a diabetic child. It's really annoying. And it really makes this mom that tries to watch my language want to say some things that aren't so okay to say. I wish my child would get it in her head how much I care about her. But she's not going to. She doesn't realize that she's slowly killing herself. Legitimately, she is killing herself. Slowly. Which is going to make her ultimately have a very, very painful life ahead of her. Full of dialysis and possibly kidney transplants. It can risk the life of her unborn children whenever she gets pregnant. It can make it where she loses her legs or her toes or her fingers. She doesn't realize it. They can make it where she just doesn't, she won't have the same life. It can put her in DKA, which is diabetic ketoacidosis, which she has been in, other than when she was first diagnosed, has been in twice. In ICU, in the hospital, looking like she was dying and feeling like she was dying, not making any sense in what she was saying. My half Hispanic child looked white because she looked like she was dying, and there was nothing I could do to fix it other than sit there and pray that the doctors knew what they were doing in that little small town emergency room before they transferred her to the children's hospital an hour and a half away. So people ask why I don't work. That's why. Because for that child, we have endocrinologist appointments an hour and a half away every 2 months. 2 months. We have to go every 2 months. If she took care of herself, it would be every 4 to 6 months. But because she won't, it's every 2 months. We have psychiatrist appointments and therapist appointments and other medical doctor's appointments. Then I have my son who has psychiatrist appointments and therapist appointments. And then I have the baby who has her regular doctor's checkup appointments and then who's constantly sick. No job wants to have an employee that has to take so much time off of work to deal with this. On top of having schools call you pretty much on a weekly basis. It's gotten a little better. since they put her on a new ADHD medicine. At one point, school was calling me at least a couple times a week because of her behavior. Refusing to take her medicine for the nurse, talking back to teachers. My son's failing his classes, so I have to be up there. My daughter forgets her insulin. My daughter forgot the test strips. She forgot her meter at home. She needs fruit snacks because her levels are too low. Because if her levels are too low, she needs sugar. She actually needs sugar, fruit snacks, or apple juice, or cake icing. So yeah, I've had to drop everything that I'm doing to go to the store and buy a box of fruit snacks as a part of my daughter's medical care, and leave work to go buy fruit snacks to make sure my daughter stayed alive. That's what life is like, being a diabetic mom. So, to everyone else who's not a diabetic parent, don't be so quick to judge the struggles that diabetic parents go through. Just be there to help them and be there to offer support, because I don't have support at all. I don't have anyone that will help me with her. Don't have a husband or a boyfriend or anyone that helps try to level her mind out, because when she is high, how it reads high, she gets argumentative and combative. She's always high. So it's constant arguing. So yeah, that's what my night's been like. Real life, raw, all the makeup on. Actually, this eye's been itching, so I don't have as much makeup on this eye. I just realized that I'm gonna look like a weirdo in the video. I don't even care. But yeah, I wish my daughter would realize how much I love her, but she just doesn't care. And that's the hardest thing that you can deal with as a parent, is to know that your child doesn't care that you hurt watching them slowly kill themselves. It's hard. So that's just my vent for the night. I hope y'all all slept well, and hope y'all have a blessed day after you wake up.